All right, I think we're live on Facebook. What's going on, everybody in healthcare digital marketing? I'm pulling up Facebook. Yep, we are live. We're good to go. Cool. I'm going to go through. I'm actually going to start tagging as many people as I can, unless somebody out there would love to help out and tag people. Otherwise, I'm just going to hang out for a couple minutes while I tag people. And would love to hear how everybody's been doing. Would love to hear how everybody's been doing out there. Hopefully people are safe. How's your business doing? How's your clinic doing? How's your job? If you would love to hear from you guys. First, if you can hear me and you can hear me live, let me know. We're going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. Real quick, I'm going to tag as many people as I can. If you know somebody who needs to see this, could you do me a favor and tag them in this? That would be really helpful too. I'm going to go. I got to go find this. Make sure we got it. Zach, what's going on? Hey, if you're watching this live, will you comment live or just say hi so we know I can hear you? Zach, thanks for hopping on. Daniel, hey, Will, been watching you all day. Impact Academy, not like through your window or something. Dude, that's awesome. That's so cool. If you were through the window, that'd be okay too, man. I wouldn't. It's just been a lot of video calls. It'd be probably pretty boring. But Jacob, what's going on? Zach, we got people. Cool, we got people on live. All right, I'm gonna tag as many people as I can. All right, Marlene made it on. Cool, guys. We're going to dive through. You may want to take out some pen and paper. I'm going to share my screen in a second. I'm just going to try to tag as many folks as I can. Kari, dude, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. What's going on in your current situation? I'm guessing, is there anyone having to go into work still? Are you having to go to work? Are you at home? Is life crazy right now? Are you like, are you taking care of your kids? Are you able to pursue new things? Like what's been a positive, let's do that. What's been a positive thing that you've taken out of this experience so far? So I know a lot of you guys, luckily I'm in Virginia. I haven't had to be like quarantined yet. I'm still able to like technically go outside, not be near people, but I can at least like walk outside. Lisa, what's going on? Jacob, what's going on? Elizabeth, Jacob says always working. I feel you. Zach, so good to have you in here. John, guys, we're just hanging out for a couple minutes while I tag as many people as I can. I'm just trying to get people. Let's see, we got Christy, Park Riley. Hey, Tina. What's been one positive, guys? I know there's like 21 people on here. It's crazy. What's been one positive thing that you can think of? Put it in the comments. I would love to know what's been one positive thing that's come out of this time where you've had to maybe be at home more, be with family more. I know for some people that's a good thing, some people that's a bad thing. All right, we're getting here. Carissa, does it take me like 2 more minutes to get all these people tagged? Hey, Kari. Cool, we got Kelly home, a couple virtual sessions, mom with 2 kids, Zooming and homeschooling. Love the technology to let them see their friends. Oh, it's so cool. At least I get to focus on my business. Jacob says he's been meditating more. John, more family time. Elizabeth, great opportunity to shift gears, stretch our skills in different ways. Absolutely, absolutely. Are people moving to? Have people been doing telehealth? That would be I would really like to. I'd be really curious. How many people are trying to? Who here has done their first telehealth visit over the last week or so? Have you done your first telehealth visit? Oh man, guys, this is crazy. Trying to do all this at once. You'd think I'd be a pro at this by now, but man, tagging people, holding conversation. We're gonna get rolling here in a minute. I'm like more than halfway through getting all these people. Gosh, we just have so many people in the group. It's hard. People's names don't even pop up. Yep. Russell, you did one. Awesome. Oh, Kari says connecting new people in Impact Academy and SSHC. I love it. At first I saw IA and thought Iowa because that's where I went to high school and college. I was like, why are you connecting to people in Iowa? Impact Academy, way cooler, way cooler. As much as I love Iowa, it's way cooler. Morgan Mees, Harold, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Elizabeth, yep. Okay, cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna take me, AJ, Amy, Kelly. We're gonna cover some basic things here real quick. For those of you who are newer to this group has been going on for almost, dude, in June, we're going to come up on 3 years of having this group. Can you believe that, guys? 3 years of having this Facebook group. How many of you that are watching this right now, whether live or on the replay, have been with us since pretty close to the beginning? Like, how many of you do you think you were part of this group in 2017 when we started? Like, we started July 2017, I'm pretty sure. Can you believe we're almost coming up on 3 years in this group? 3 years in this group. Like, that is absolutely absurd to me. And it has been, it's been the craziest experience doing this Facebook group. And it's why we created Impact Academy, which is open. We've had a lot of people say like, oh, I missed out. You can get into Impact Academy at any time. If you just shoot me a message, we can get you the details. Just crazy to think about. We've been doing this for 3 years now, and we've been able to, man, it's just been crazy. My life is different. When I started this group, I was full-time home health physical therapist. I was wondering how on earth I was going to get out of home health physical therapy. And we created ads for, man, there's so many people who commented. All right. I swear, guys, we're almost there. Let's see, Lisa. Lisa G. Brianna. Ooh, you know what I'd like to know? If you guys are there and you're sitting there, one, I'm going to ask you to be active and not passive. So if you're able to comment and you're just hiding and you're lurking, I'm going to ask you to actually comment. This is a big thing I'm really passionate about, is that so many of us sit and we just hide and we lurk and we do not become active in our own lives. And I want you to, if that's you right now, if I'm calling you out right now and you know that you tend to be the creeper, the lurker, but you don't participate and you do not comment and you're not being active, I want you to comment right now. Reina, what's going on? I would love for you to comment on, how did you hear about Alex and I for the first time? How did you first hear about Alex and I for the first time? I always forget to ask this to people, so I'd be super curious as we've got another minute or two before we get rolling. Whoa, Nadine from Newfoundland. I've always wanted to go to Newfoundland. I got to make a trip up there. How did you first hear about Alex and I? All right, just got all these people tagged. Cool. I would love to know in the next minute or two, how did you hear about Alex and I? And this is for every single person out there. If you're being passive, I'm going to call you out to be active, to participate, to go through this. As we go through and you have questions, I want you to ask questions. I want you to speak up. I want you to engage. One of the things, so like I never thought I'd be teaching things. I never thought I'd be coaching things. And one of the biggest things I've learned over time is that those who actually actively engage and participate end up remembering so much more, learning so much more, because you actually have an engaged emotional experience with what it is that you're learning. And if we don't have that, we really, really, really struggle. Cool. So through SSHC and Tina, whoa, cool. Kara Welke's group, everybody goes through Melissa LaPointe. Oh, Melissa's the best. That's awesome. Cool. Awesome. From Tamika. Oh man, shout out to Tamika. Tamika is amazing. Elizabeth through GFam. Wow, it's awesome. Man, it's just crazy. Crazy to see how we've gotten to connect with so many people through this digital world, which is actually a really good segue into this. Stumbled across you all. I don't recall how. Cool. That's, hey. Tina, GT, SSHC, Kara, awesome. I really can't remember how I found you guys. All right. We've, hey, Will, heard about you through GT. Awesome, Adrian. Dude, Adrian, so good to see you on here. Cool. Well, thank you guys. It's always interesting where people found us from or how they first heard about us. And we got a crew tonight, which is awesome. We got a crew. I know it's 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. I was just thinking, what is it that everyone seems to be needing help with, given the state of where things are at and needing help with things? Seems like everyone wants to do an online program, an online course. And before we dive into this, we got to cover a few basic things. If you have ever wanted to have an online program or online course prior to coronavirus, comment prior. Will you put in the comments prior? If you have wanted to have an online course or program prior to coronavirus, like you wanted to have one prior to all of this going down, will you put in the comments prior? Prior. Wow, you spell it out weird. Prior. Have you wanted to have, if you wanted, even prior to coronavirus, you wanted to have an online program, just go ahead and put prior in the comments. Tony Maritato's on here. Man, every time Tony's on, I blows my mind, man. Tony's like a celebrity to me. It's so cool that he's on here. Prior. Cool. So we got a lot of people prior. If it's okay, it's totally fine if this is the case, but I want you to put after in the comments if you only really thought about wanting to have an online program or course or product until after all this coronavirus stuff happened. So until then. Richard Pryor says, Harold, I love it. Just comment after if this sparked your interest after all this coronavirus stuff happened. Maybe circumstances pushed us in a certain direction where we can't see people in person and we're looking for a different way to create revenue, reach people, whatever the case is. If that's you, just put after in the comments. Would love to know. It's really fascinating to watch so many people prior. Cool. And if you're after, that's totally fine too. I always like to get a landscape of where people are at. So I'm going to walk you through how to do an online course or an online program. Here's the good news and the bad news. The good news is the tech part is actually the easiest piece of all this. Is that surprising to you? The tech part is actually the easiest piece. If that surprises you, I would love for you to put surprise in the comments. Or if you don't believe me, just call me a liar. Comment liar if you don't believe me. Either put in liar or surprise. So if you're surprised to hear that the tech piece is the easiest part of an online course or an online program, either put surprise or liar. Surprise or liar. It's the number one myth that I see time and time again, which is, if I could just get the tech piece together, all this is going to work. Because I need you to know this before we go into this. I can only be on audio, but my responses towards the end will be all awesome idea. Marlene says surprised. Okay, cool. So you can either call me a liar or surprised. Either one is totally fine with me. I'm actually going to show you in a matter of probably 30 minutes of how you can have an online program. Granted that you've made video content. If you don't have video content, okay, that's going to take you the most amount of time, but that's a given. That's literally the content piece. But the actual make the program for you is by far and away the easiest part. It's literally just pressing buttons. Will you do one of these for ClickFunnels? Yeah, Alice, we can totally do one for ClickFunnels. I'm going to do Kajabi today because that's where a lot of people, for whatever reason, have been saying that they got to do Kajabi. That I don't know if it's because a lot of people are in SSHC and they got Kajabi or whatever. But the process is the same. So we're getting liar, says Lisa. I love it. Elizabeth says surprise. Tina says surprise. Cool. So I want to give you, that's the good news, right? The good news is that the tech part is the easiest piece of all of this. Do you want to hear the bad news? Do you want to hear the bad news? If you want to hear the bad news, which you're like reality news, I should say. I've been doing this for years now. Launched my course on Kajabi last week. It wasn't that bad at all. I like Member Vault. Cool. Here's the thing. All the tech pieces, they're really the same. They're really just the same. It's pressing buttons, uploading videos, and adding stuff in. We're going to go through it. I'm going to show you Kajabi. The bigger thing is you need to know some things. Give me the veggies. Okay. So here's the thing, like anything else. The bad news is your online course or program will not sell itself. How many people have been interested in an online program or an online course because you think that you can have passive money and stop trading time for money? If that's you, comment me. Just put in me if that's why you want to have an online program or an online course, because you feel like it'll give you a way to stop trading time for money and to have a passive source of revenue. And I'll wait for the me's to roll in. I know why you're here. Oh, I'm not even recording this. Dang it. It's cool. We haven't done the tutorial part yet. We'll wait till the tutorial part. Hit record. Morgan says me. John says part of the reason. Kari, me. Me, you front load your time, right? Lisa, me, right? Build an asset for sure. Me. Cool. Me. All right, we're getting people to say me. Another source of revenue, but not passive. Amy, part of it for sure, says Elizabeth. Me to a small degree, hoping it's an efficient use of my time. I just don't want to keep repeating myself to everyone when I could put it all together to give someone. Cool. Cool. So if you notice, right, this is all about how to create an online program and online course. If you notice, we're 15 minutes in, we haven't even looked at any technology. And this is so important to me because I get people who message me all the time, every single day, and they want to create a program because they think it'll be a way to make passive income. It'll be a way to stop trading time for money. It will be some way of, you know, I don't even like the idea and expectation is just crazy. And the reality is, this is the biggest thing that I can tell you. If you do not have a group of people who are interested in what you have to offer, and even better, if you do not have a group of people who you can serve, who are telling you that they want something, you have zero business making an online program or an online course. Unless you want to do it for fun for yourself to have. And I want to repeat this. If you do not have a group of people who are asking you for programs, who are asking you for your help, who are saying that they want a specific problem to be solved online, I would not even think about making an online program or an online course. That's the bad news. Why do I say that? Because I have so many people who have made online programs, online courses. They have spent hours and hours and hours and weeks making videos and building funnels and making websites and doing all this stuff. And they come to me and they say, Will, I'm ready to sell my course. I'm curious. I'll let you guys guess. What do you think my number one question to them is? What do you think my first question to them when they come to me after they built out this entire online program, this online course that they just feel like people need, and they spend all these hours and weeks making this program, this online course, and they come to me and they say, okay, Will, I'm ready to sell my course. What do you think my first question that I ask them is? To who? Who is your audience? Right. We're getting close. My very first question is, who told you they wanted this? Think about that. Who told you they wanted you to make this? That's the very first thing I asked them. Oh, that's awesome. Who told you they wanted you to make this? And the number one answer I get is, well, I just know that people need it. I answer these questions all the time. I know people need it. Okay, did someone tell you they wanted this? And if the answer is no, or I didn't have a specific person in mind when I made this, and I knew that they wanted this, and they told me they would buy it, my initial feeling just goes, oh. And then the next thing is, what they'll follow up with is, why don't we run some ads to it? Who here has ever thought that running ads would be a solution to not having an audience? If you've ever, just comment ads, ADS, if you've ever thought, well, one way that I can bypass that is I'll just run ads and spend money to get in front of people, and I will sell this product through ads, an online course or an online program through ads. And I apologize if I'm breaking people's hearts right now. Like, I've been doing this for years, and to me, it's just amazing the level of expectations and sense of like what people think is out there. And I just we got to break it down first. We have to literally break this down first, because if we don't, we're gonna have a lot of false beliefs. There are gonna be a ton of people who want to sell you how to make online programs. There are gonna be a lot of people who want to sell you idea like, yeah, here, let's make your online course. Here's the reality. If you don't have a group of people that are telling you what they want, the odds of you selling something, especially an online course that doesn't involve your active participation in, is so low. Like, it's so low. And I can tell you, I have spent over $10,000 running ads to courses. And the only ones that ever work are ones where they've already been able to sell to a warm audience, as in a group of people who already know, like, and trust them. If you can't sell an online program to people who already know, like, and trust you, do you think the odds of selling it to people that don't know you, like you, and trust you is better or worse? If you can't sell your online program to the people that know you, like you, and trust you, do you think that your ability to sell it to people that don't know you, like you, and trust you is better or worse? Today's video is brought to you by LaCroix. LaCroix, by the way. Michelle says she has a hot audience. Morgan, teach me the way I will. Morgan, ads. Harold says, nah, I tried ads and he wish he had his money back. Cool. Cool. We got 33 people on here and we're not even getting comments. Like, I like, how many people are lurking right now that don't want to participate? I do not want to participate. Oh man, that gets me. Like, we're here to learn. We're going to dive in. Like, we got to be active and engaged. Like, I don't even care for the comments for myself. I just want to know that you are here and engaged and active. So here's what I want to know. We're going to dive in. That's the big thing. The biggest thing is you need to have an audience. And guess what? Building an audience takes time, takes work, and takes effort. Now, a lot of you who already have practices already have access to an internal network, like in-person network, which is your past patients, your existing patients, and maybe even a list of prospects. Kari, you're a heartbreaker, Will. Thanks for telling us the real deal. Kari, do you know how many people I have now helped consult with 3 different software companies who have all spent over $100,000 on making their product? And they come to me and they go, we're ready to market our, I'm ready to market our product, our software. Great. Who told you they wanted this software? Well, no, it's just a really good idea. We want to make it for people. So you don't have a list of people who told you they wanted this. You just made it based off your idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. It solves a problem. Did people tell you this is what they wanted? Well, no, we haven't talked to people. That's why we came to you. Well, it turns out that they had made the perfect thing to solve their problem. And they used their own feedback and their own ideas of what would make it better. And it turns out the general public didn't want it. Guys, we're talking tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and even worse, think of all the time going into that. And I talk about this a lot in our private groups, in our coaching programs, is that ideas and your own ideas do not have money. People have money. And people are the only things that are going to give you money. I don't even care if it's venture capitalists or investors. That's a group of people. People are not going to pay you money for your idea. Like, ideas are not going to pay you money. People will pay you money. And you have to know how to communicate with people, poll them, learn from them, figure out what their problems are, and solve those problems for them. And if we don't have that, that's why Alex and I, you don't see us teach you that often how to do online programs, because so many people go and waste so much time because they think it's about the idea and the tech and the program, when it's really about solving problems for a group of people in a different, just using a different medium. And this is why I start here tremendously, because if all I do is show you the tech, which we're going to go through, and that's why it's the easiest part. The hardest part is Am I building a network of people who have a similar problem and I can talk to them and I can learn from them? Cool. Nadine says, I know I would have paid for these products years ago when I had these problems. So Nadine, here's the thing. I think that's awesome. Do you have a group of people who also have the same problem that you can go ask what they're struggling with? Because even if you were willing to pay for them years ago when you had those problems, are there enough of those people out there with those same problems who would tell you right now that they would pay for them? Because if they wouldn't, you're just spending a ton of time making something that no one is going to actually pay you money for. And I know our gut instinct is, well, yeah, of course, but I want to ask you, have you gone out and you talked to dozens, if not 100 of people in that marketplace and asked them if that's what they want? Are you having people coming to you? Okay, so with that in mind, so we'll roll into the tech part here is the last thing is when it's a good time to have an online program, an online course is when you have people actually coming up to you and asking you, hey, do you have an online program? Or how can I work with you virtually? Or, I'd really love to have another option to work with you. So I want you to honestly ask right now, do you have people coming up to you and asking, hey, do you have an online program for this? Is there a way that I can work with you online? Is there a way that I can work with you outside of what we normally do in person? I want you to be honest right now. There's 30 some people on here. Yes or no? I don't have them within my province, but do have groups across Canada. Perfect. As long as you're asking the people, Nadine, that's what matters the most. So when you say yes or no, do you have people right now asking you, is there a way that I can work with you online? Do you have any online programs that I could work with you? Is there any, how can I work with you one-on-one? How can I work with you more? Yes, yes, no, yes, no, no. Okay, yes, cool. So good news and bad news. For those of you who the answer is no, you have to put out more content and build your authority. You have to put out your content to build more authority, or you have to go talk with more people in your local area. Cool. Working on it. No. Cool. If you do not have people telling you that they want to come work with you, this is, guys, you got to understand right now what I'm walking you through. What I'm walking you through is the baby version of launch code. Like this is totally what we do in Impact Academy and launch code is create like legitimately you are getting the baby version of launch code. This is like, I want to give you essentially like an MBA on online business, but you're getting like the 101 course. Because all of this actually requires a lot of deep skill in how do you understand your marketplace? How do you understand these things better? But ultimately, for those of you who are here, right, we have to know who we're serving. We have to understand their pain points and understand them better than they understand themselves. 3, we have to go out and we have to connect with them. We have to gain authority and trust with them. 4, we do that by consistent content in front of them, whether that's consistent content in person of showing up or online. Number 5, it's about creating an offer for them that they've already told us that they want. Number 6 is actually going and selling that product. And then lastly is delivering that product to them. There's a lot to that, right? Those are 7 pieces. Those are 7 pillars we teach in launch code. Impact Academy is how do you actually start building your audience, right? So those are the 2 things that we do. And if you don't have people coming up and asking you, how can I work with you? Or do you work with people remotely? Do you do this? If you do not have that, what I don't want you to do is sit here and spend time thinking about how do I make an online program? Because the thing that you need to focus on, if that's where you're at right now, you need to go focus on talking to more people and building your audience and your network. Does that make sense? If you have people going, how do I work with you more? How can I work with you? Do you have products for that? Is there any way that I can work with you? If you have that, that is a great time to make an online program or an online service. Does that make sense? I'm going to wait a minute. And if you're able to comment, I want you to just say, makes sense. Makes sense. It's cool. I'm watching the clock here and I'm like, man, I can do the Kajabi piece in like 25 minutes to make the online course part. But this is the part where we get so many people, so many messages. I get so many messages every single week. Hey, I want to make this online course about this thing. Great. Who wants to buy it? Well, no, I know they need it. I need to make it. I want to make a course about back pain. Great. Who's telling you they want a course on back pain? No, I just know I have a lot of people who have back pain. Yeah. Who's telling you they want an online course on back pain? Well, I just know they need it. If they aren't telling you that they want it, you like, it makes no sense to make it. You will literally be wasting your time. In fact, so many of us want to do online programs and online courses because it seems detached. It's easier to do that than it is to actually go talk to people and build your network and audience of people. So Harold says, 2 people in my community said they want to see a chronic pain treatment program online. Does that warrant enough of an audience? Here's the answer to that. Go ask them, if I make it, would you buy it? If the answer is no, don't waste your time making it. Like, isn't it nice that it's that simple to think through? Like, really, like, okay, well, if I put that together and charged $97, would you be interested in that? Oh, no. Great. I'm not going to go make an online program for it. Like, would you make in-person services for that? If someone was like, I want to come see you for physical therapy, and you're like, cool, I'll do chronic pain treatment. They're like, no, like you aren't going to just sit there and do chronic pain treatments. Why would you do that if no one's there online, right? Why would you make it if no one's there online? I really want to hammer this in because this is easily the most frustrating part of my business, my job, my life at this point, is helping people to understand the pillars of business. Sarah says, what do you think about making the ask and then having people prepay while you're creating it? Sarah, Alex and I don't ever create a program until people have paid us money before, ahead of time. You will not see Alex and I ever make a program that people have not given us money for first before we ever even make one of the videos. Is that surprising? If that's surprising, just comment surprising. Like, to even think that you can sell something before it's ever made, is that surprising? If that's surprising, comment surprising. If you're not surprised, just say no. Impact Academy, launch code, ads for physical therapists. We never made a single one of those videos until someone had paid us to make those videos. How many of you provide physical therapy treatments for your patients or OT treatments for your patients before they give you money? Raina, we collect all of it beforehand. It's actually not surprising. It's just uncomfortable doing. So here's the deal though. How uncomfortable is it for you to collect payment upfront for a package of physical therapy when you haven't provided a single treatment yet? Hey, Dwayne, what's going on? Like, Sean, and not surprising, but what is your timeline for asking for payment before production? It can be a day, it could be hours, it could be a month, right? This is the cool thing, right? And this is where I want you to start changing the way that you think about these things. Is anything's possible. You could tell people that it might not be ready for a year. Will they give you money? I don't know. They might. What about a month? And this is where we have to really, guys, if there's one thing, this is super fascinating. This is why I don't even pull up the tech part yet, because it'll be the easiest piece. You got to get your brain around this. And this is where the mindset piece is so important, that all of us are so conditioned from school to look for what's the right answer, what's the best way, what's the right way, what's the perfect way to do this. In business, there ain't no right way. Like there ain't no like, here's the A+ method. You get to experiment, you get to choose. You can do anything you want so far as the market allows for it. Sean, we have sold courses over a month ahead of time, and we didn't have a single video. We've sold programs over a month ahead of time before we even made a single video. Did we expect people to pay us? No, but did they? Yeah. Like we knew how to sell it, and that's what we have to work on. The other aspects of your life is how do I communicate better that there's value in what I'm offering? How do I actually sell better by being a better communicator? Like the technology, is not going to sell for you. The prettiness of a website, it's not going to sell for you. We've got to work on those pieces. And this is why launch code is in Impact Academy is so much deeper than how do you do the pressing the buttons of the tech side. It's about understanding yourself better. How do you present these things? How do you communicate with people? How do you actually express yourself that connects with other human beings, and they see you in a way that's like, I want to learn from that person. I want to experience what it's like to work alongside that person. Because if you don't develop that part of who you are and your ability to communicate to the world, why would anyone want to buy a program? Kari says solely based on need or based on your reputation? Both, right? Both. And that's why it's so important is why do you guys, this is I'm being totally honest. Do you think people buy from Alex and I because we are the smartest guys in marketing? Yes or no? Do you think that people buy programs from Alex and I because we are the smartest guys in marketing? I'm not talking just healthcare marketing, like the entire world of marketing. Do you think people buy from Alex and I because we are the smartest people in marketing? You can be totally honest, yes or no. Would love to know. This is a very important lesson that we all need to know. Sean says no. I would totally agree. Marlene says yes. I'm flattered. Raina, no. Nah, definitely not, right? No, but they believe you're the smartest guys in marketing for them. Cool. You are to me. I've only started here. Okay. No, buy because they hear of you. Okay. Trust and likability. Yes. We buy from y'all because you relate, encourage while teaching. Love it, Carissa. I love it. Trust. Yep. Because you know how to engage and communicate our wants and desires to be the best at what we can offer to the world. Absolutely. Best looking guys in marketing. Dwayne, that's a stretch, man. I appreciate it. Tulsi, honesty. Guys, everything that we teach, everything, like genuinely, here's another question, right? Here's another question. Truthfully, I want you to be totally honest. Please, yes or no to this question. And then I promise we'll get into the tech piece. Do you feel like there is anything that you teach that can't be learned on YouTube for free right now? Is there anything that you would teach people that can't be found somewhere on the internet for free? Yes or no? This is probably one of the biggest lessons in all this. Sean, do you truly believe that there is something you teach that can't be found anywhere on the internet for free? Kari says yes. Sean says yes. Marlene says yes. Tulsi says yes. Lisa says likely no. Yes. No. Guys, here's the reality. For all of you people who are saying, yes, this is mind blowing to me. This is mind blowing to me. There is not a single thing on this planet outside of people's personal information, which even that is arguable, that you cannot find for free on the internet, on YouTube, on on blogs, on whatever. I mean, think about this. Where did you learn something from? You learned something from someone else. Everything is possible to be learned. Like, I admire the fact if you think that you have a very specific thing that no one else has ever been able to teach before. But I promise you, everything that anyone would ever want to learn with time can find on the internet for free. I promise you. Like, if there's a bet I'm super confident about in life, it would be that one. So Sean, I admire it. The reality is people have endless options to learn. And if it's not the same thing, could they learn somewhere for free on how to solve the problem that you want to solve? And here's the thing. So if that's the case, if we can believe that, if you'll humor me, yes, how do you make sure you can use free videos about crossing copyright ownership if you use those videos to give value to other people? Agree, but what I learned, those people are not on the internet. When you put it that way, then no. No. Guys, look, all the people that you're learning from Rob, like dude, everything's for free on the internet, which is, first off, why are you not teaching the best things that you know to your people right now for free? Guys, here's the biggest thing I've learned about online and online programs. Do you know why people pay money? I'll give you two choices. I'll give you two choices. Do people pay for online programs because of information or for accountability? All right, Sean, I totally believe you. I respect it. I'm just saying that people, if even if that's the case, there are tons of other options where people can find their solution to their problem for free. Do they pay for information or accountability? They pay for accountability, access, and organization and direction, right? This is the greatest illusion of online programs. It's the greatest illusion of higher education in today's world. No offense. Like, guys, I got a doctorate degree watching YouTube videos. I'm not kidding. I got my doctorate of physical therapy watching YouTube videos. Like, that's how I pass tests. I watch Khan Academy videos on chemistry, on physical therapy, on understanding manipulations. Like, I watch YouTube videos. Why did I pay all that money for information? Like, do you realize why people are frustrated with higher education? You're not paying for access to information anymore when you go to college. Those textbooks you can find for free literally on the internet. So what are people paying for? They're paying to be held accountable, to finish the thing that they know they need to do. Marlene hit the nail on the head. They pay because the person is probably already given free content and they trust them. You guys, if you are not putting out everything that you know on the internet, just look at this right now. I am going to be walking you through Kajabi, something that people would pay hundreds of dollars an hour to do consulting for. I am teaching you this for free. Literally, our very first online program, that we ever sold, every single video was for free in our Facebook group, but it just wasn't organized for people. Sean says, I've been told to put some videos on Access for free to gain an audience who's hungry and trust me with new directions. People do not pay for information. Please write this down. People do not pay for information. Can someone type this in the comments? People do not pay for information. People pay for the illusion of getting information. People pay for the illusion of getting information. If you are hiding your best information, one, in today's world, you can be easily crushed because your competition can go find out the same information and go put it up there. Sean, I know they might not have your specific movements, but they'll go find other things and they'll dominate you because they will put out more content and they'll put out their best information. And they're going to trust those people because they see them more. If you are not putting out your best information, teaching people everything that you know, you are missing out on tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year. If you are not teaching people everything that you know for free, you are missing out on tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. Because here's what I've found, and I've found this time and time again. Out of the people that that see your information, watch it, read it, less than 10% of them actually take action on it consistently. Sean, how many videos of Alex and I's have you watched and we have taught concepts and everything to do? Jason, how many videos have we put out for free that you have watched of exactly what to do on specific things? Guys, in this Facebook group alone, I have a hour and 15-minute long video on how to use Instagram for physical therapists. Alex and I have done a 14-part Facebook ad tutorial session for free in this Facebook group. We have literally done email marketing, how to do email marketing for free in this Facebook group. All you got to do is hit in the search bar, email marketing. We've literally done video editing tutorials for free in this Facebook group. We've literally done podcast editing videos for free in this Facebook group. Literally what I do. I've done Facebook videos in this group of what I do for clients in my agency for free. And how many people do you think have actually gone and taken action on any of it? Give me your best idea of percent of how many people have actually gone and taken action on the information that's been put out there. Give me an idea. Give me a guess of percent. Harold says 9.79%. Sean, I'll admit I've implemented 5%. So Sean, here's the deal, right? I've given you every single thing that I know for free in this group and you've implemented less than 5% or 5%. What's keeping you from giving back all of your free information? Guys, just let that sink in. Let that sink in. Why would we ever hold back our best information if even people in this group who are some of the smartest people on the planet, you guys have doctorate degrees, you guys are master's degrees, you guys have high education, and you don't even implement 10% of what we teach for free? Why would we hold back our freest stuff? Honestly, the only reason to hold it back is because you aren't going to do anything with it. I'm just being honest. This is the biggest lesson that I hope I can teach you about money. Do you know what happens? What do you think that percent changes to when we make people give us money for the exact same information? I would really love to know this number, and I'll give you the number. What do you think the percentages of people who implement after they've given us money for the exact same information? Give me a percentage and I'm going to tell you a really interesting story that hopefully will blow your mind. 70+%, 80%, 70%, 50%. I'm just so curious about the people lurking. We got like 27, 30 some people on here. We got people lurking. Oh man, I love it. Maybe 40%, 80, 90. That's really interesting. I'm stepping into this new role where like I'm much more direct and honest about how I feel. I used to just be very like passive about like, oh, it's okay, guys. Like I just, man, I don't know. Something about becoming a coach, helping coach people through this has made me had to really step up. Bhavati says 20%. Cool. It is somewhere between 60 and 80% depending on the program, but 60 to 80% of people implement once they've implemented. And guess what? The more people pay, the higher the implementation. The more that people pay, the better odds that they implement the thing that they paid for. So what do we learn about money? Money is just a tool. Money is just a tool to cause enough of an emotion to make you follow through with the thing that you said you wanted to do. Money is just a tool to cause enough of an emotion, whether negative or positive, pain or pleasure, to get you to follow through and do the thing that you said you were going to do. Money is a tool for accountability. That's it. Especially when it comes to self-improvement. It is a tool. Here's a really cool story, and I hope this hits home, and then we'll dive into the tech piece. Alex and I, we did 6 months of weekly trainings in this Facebook group when we started in 2017. 6 months straight of weekly content, probably even longer, maybe even a full year, but I don't know, 6 months for sure. Weekly content. Actual trainings, literally everything that we knew, we taught for free. If you type in the search bar of the group, Facebook ads, you'll get probably 15 different separate tutorial videos on walking you through how to do Facebook ads. It's all there. It's all for free. Do you know that here's how we made our first $10,000 online? We had enough people in our group. Our group was at like 500 people at the time. We had enough people that said, can you guys put all these videos into one place? We'll pay you for it. And I remember Alex and I being like, why would you pay us? It's all here for free. Like, why would you pay us? You have access, like all the videos are in here for free. People said, no, seriously, if you put it into like one place, we will pay you for that. And it happened that we had enough people say that we said, okay, we'll do it. We literally took all of the videos that we had already done for free in this Facebook group. We put them into one little membership site, like one, essentially think of one internet page. We categorized them. And we said, hey, we'll give it to you for $97 if you want access to it. We had over 100 people buy that program. What we didn't do was, this is why this is so important before we start, because you need to know if you're even at a place where you should be making an online program. What we didn't do, and what we don't recommend to people is, well, I have really good information. I know I'm really smart and like people need this, but I don't want to give it to them for free. If we had done that, put it all in a course and then never provided value to people, never built that trust and demonstrated our expertise to people and showed up consistently for them, we probably would not have made $200. But we showed up every single week teaching the best of everything that we knew. We didn't hold anything back. There's no secrets, right? We always get the question, how much information, what's the difference between free and paid information? None. Literally none. What should I keep, paid or for free? None. People don't pay you for information. They pay you for the illusion of information. People pay you for the fact that if they don't put skin in the game, they don't freaking stick to it and do the thing they know they need to do. All right, cool. Who's ready to get in the tech piece? We're going to break this down. I know it was a long rant. That was like almost an hour. All right, we're getting tech piece. If you're ready for the tech piece, say tech. If you're ready for the tech piece, my group gets every video post that pops in my feed. Yes, the nuance in what you're telling us is that we need to provide value upfront and for free, but don't put in the legwork for making a formal course until you know that your audience perceives that value, and that is by telling them that they would be willing to pay you for that course for info you already provided to them. Yep, exactly. Tech. Cool. All right, let's do it. Also, was that helpful? Like, I know so many people want to jump to, I just need to know the tech piece. I need to know the tech piece. I want, as your friend, as someone who cares about you, I value your time more than I value your ability to learn a tech thing. Is that clear? Like, I really hope that comes across. We're going to go through the tech piece. I just really want that to be clear. If I really care about your time, it breaks my heart to have people come to me that tell me, I spent all last week making all these videos for a course, and I edited all the videos, and I did all this stuff, and it's perfect. I even paid someone $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 to put all of it into the tech piece. And then I go, great. Who are you going to sell it to? Well, that's the piece I don't know yet. And they're crushed. They're crushed. Like guys, it's like building a Prada or Rolls-Royce store in the middle of the desert. If there are people there who are telling you they want it, I don't care if you have a Rolls-Royce. If you're in the middle of the desert and people don't want it and they're not telling you, and they don't have a way to even know about you, they aren't buying it. Does that make sense? I'm going to pull up my screen. All right, I'm gonna have to bounce back and forth between comments and all this stuff. So cool. The very first thing that we need are a framework. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I gotta stop sharing my screen for a second. Cool. So real quick, before we actually make our program, you're pretty much getting the baby version of launch code here, which is we need a framework for solving a problem. Right? So problem, solution, step one, step two, step three, step four. Cool. Hopefully you guys can see this. Are you guys able to see this? Are you guys able to see this? Oh, Tina, you're right. I need to record this. Man, I'm so bad at that. Okay, this is how to make a course using Kajabi. Cool, you can see my screen. Awesome. Cool. I'm gonna go back to my, whoops, we're gonna go to share whiteboard, right? So you're watching this video right now. The very first thing before we actually put into tech, if you're watching this, is you have to have a framework for solving a problem, right? So in order to get to a solution, or everyone has a problem, in order to solve that problem, you have to go through a series of steps to solve that problem, right? So this could be as simple as baking a cookie, right? I need ingredients, got to get ingredients, right? Let's see, you got to mix ingredients. Ah. Oh no, why can't I? Oh, sorry guys, bear with me for a second. Mix ingredients, and then we've got, let's see, make cookie shapes for step 3, and then step 4 is bake, right? So a very simple framework, right? It doesn't make sense to make cookie shapes before we have the ingredients. Is that fair to say? Like, it doesn't make sense to put things in a cookie shape or bake all the ingredients until we've mixed them, right? You have to follow a certain order, and that's your framework. The framework for making baked cookies is you have to get the ingredients, you have to mix them, to make cookie shapes, and you have to bake them, right? Every online program should be a framework solving one specific problem, not solving a jillion problems, solving one problem for people. And what are the steps that people routinely have to go through to solve that problem? Is everyone going to need to go through every single step? Not necessarily, but in general, what are the steps that every single person needs to go through to solve their problem? So for many of you guys, so that's the first piece that we need to know. So I just wanted to show that to you. Hopefully that makes sense. For many of you guys, for many of you guys, right? You have to know what the problem is you're solving. So for many of you guys, do you help people solve back pain different every single time, or do you follow a framework when you go to help people solve their back pain problems? I would love to know. Do you just do it custom every single time, or do you follow a framework? The framework can vary a little bit, but do you follow a framework every single time that you're helping someone with back pain? My guess is that you use a framework. You operate under something. Cool. So I'm not sure if comments are going to come through just because I think Kajabi and Facebook are slowing down a little bit, but let's see if I can pull this up. Oh no, we're going slow. Cool. All right. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you Kajabi, which is a platform that you can use for free for 28 days. What I recommend is when you feel like you have people who are ready to do this for you, actually, so the last thing is what you need to do with your framework then is you need to, oops, I know my brain's all over the place. Okay, you have your framework. Now the key thing is you have to film. This is no different than teaching a course in person, except this time you need to film all these videos. You can use, if you have a smartphone, you can just use your phone. Literally use your phone in landscape. And all you need to do is download those videos onto your computer. So you can literally do your phone here. Hey, this is Will. I want to teach a lesson about whatever, about mixing ingredients. Here's all the ingredients we need to get. Great. Lesson 1. Lesson 2, mix ingredients. Okay, we're going to put all the ingredients together. Here's where you need to put them together. Great. That's lesson 2. Video 3, make cookie shapes. Chomp, 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 cookie shapes. 4, put them in the oven. 5, here's your final result. That's all you need to do. Does everyone feel like you can record videos with your phone? Yes or no, real quick. Can you record? Do you know how to record videos with your phone? Yes or no? This is really critical. If we don't, we got to do this, right? Filming in landscape and Carissa, it can be in portrait too. It's just, again, don't get caught up in details or the weeds. It really doesn't matter if it's portrait or landscape. I just recommend in landscape, but it doesn't matter. I'm guessing if my grandma, who was like 88, knew how to film or record with her video, like her phone, I know you guys know how to record on your phone. All you got to do is record on your phone, email the videos, or put them on Google Drive on your phone, and then you can get them on your computer, download them onto your computer. That's all you have to do when it comes to filming your videos. No crazy lighting. You don't need to buy a microphone. You don't need to do anything. Remember, people aren't paying for the quality of your information. That's an illusion. They are paying to invest in themselves, to keep themselves accountable, to do the work that you have created for them in a structured pattern. Cool. So you're going to go to Kajabi, and we have an affiliate link if you want to use it. Otherwise, you can only get Kajabi for 14 days for free. But with our affiliate link, you can get it for 28 days for free. I don't care if you use our affiliate link or not. My hope is that if you want to do this and you want to use it, you'd be really grateful for us for teaching this, that you would want to use our link, and then we get a kickback for that. But you go to our link, you're going to click try Kajabi for 28 days. You're going to put in your name, email, password, your phone number, all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to go through this piece with you. Like, you're just going to go put in your name, email address to create a password. This piece is pretty simple. It is $149 a month after your 28-day free trial. So this is why I don't say start with Kajabi. Start with knowing that people want to buy something from you. So that way, when you go and sell it, you know people will buy it and you can cover this cost when this kicks in. I do not want you to spend money on something that you do not have people telling you they want to buy something from you using this tool. Does that make sense? Cool. So you're going to sign up. Actually, you know what? I can do this now. Let's do this. I will go through this. I think I got to use a password I've never used before. Let's see if this works. Oh, I got to put in a card number. All right, I'll stop sharing my screen. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get this. If not, then you'll have to do this part on your own. Crap. All right, I've used all the different emails that I have, so I can't do that. Let me share my screen again. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna get in. So when you sign up for Kajabi, it's gonna ask you some questions, you're gonna get set up, but basically what will happen is you're gonna get taken to a page that looks like this, something like this in the background. So this is our Kajabi account, Alex and I, for Healthy Funnel. We only run, I think, 1 or 2 products through Kajabi at this point. We also use ClickFunnels. We use other things. Side note, questions for later, but is your website also in Kajabi? And yes, what you made. Okay, cool. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see Kajabi? This is really important. Can you see Kajabi? Let me know if you're able to see Kajabi. I'm gonna bounce back and forth because I could keep 2 screens up, but it's gonna be hard. So let me know if you're able to see Kajabi. Just give me a yes or a thumbs up. Yes, that's to Carissa. Hopefully, yes, you can see Kajabi. Oh, wait another minute. Yes, okay, cool. All right, so we're in Kajabi, cool. So you have Kajabi, right? Now there are a few things that we need to know. You have all these things on the left side, it's website. You don't need to worry about making a website. You can if you want to, you don't need to worry about making a website. You have products, marketing, and people. Right now, we're not gonna worry about anything other than products because I want you to be able to sell something as quick as possible if you need to. So what you're gonna do in Kajabi is you're gonna go to products. And we're gonna go up here to the top right and new product. Yours might give you a bunch of different options and it'll look something like this. It'll say, cool, create digital products in minutes. Do you wanna make a mini course, online course, membership, evergreen, community, coaching, start from scratch, right? My biggest pet peeve with all this is they give you so many options and you don't know which one to use. All you're gonna do is go over to online course, click generate. Cool. So what I recommend, so you can see what this looks like, is right now it looks crazy. Like, whoa, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Always go ahead and click preview and it'll show you what this looks like. Oh, so this is what this would look like right now. Okay. Well, that doesn't look that attractive. Okay, so let's go back. And I can see though, course intro, the fundamentals. So if I go here, course introduction, the fundamentals. Okay, so these are my module titles. And these are the lessons under the module titles. So we're gonna do this for cooking. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna actually change the details of this course. And I'm gonna call this Baking Cookies Made Easy. I'm gonna go in description. This is how to make cookies from scratch that are yummy. Then I'm gonna make you don't have to put a thumbnail, but I'm gonna put a picture. So I'll go upload a new file. I don't even think I have pictures of cookies, but I'll just find a sample picture right now. All right, so this is from podcast we did. This will take the place of our picture. You can make a simple thumbnail if you want. You can go to Canva for free, make a picture. Part's easy. You're gonna come down and we're gonna click save. Cool. I'm gonna go back. Cool. So now I have a picture for my product here, right? It says I have 0 members. I don't have a price, but I could set a price here. So let's say I want to charge $15 for this. You can make it whatever you want. I'm just gonna say 15 bucks for this. Cool. So what I need to do is I need to lay out my whole framework for this. So what I'm going to do here is to change the module title, I'm just going to click here. Instead of course introduction, I'm going to call this step 1, gather your ingredients. You can put a description here if you want to, like ingredient gathering, right? Again, don't get caught up in all the details. This is about making it good enough. I'm going to choose a picture here for this. I'm just going to keep the same picture the entire time. If you want, you can change different pictures for different modules. Again, don't let details slow you down. I'm going to click save. Cool. Now, I don't need a welcome to the course or about your instructor outline objectives. You could. I'm just going to make this as simple as possible. So what I need to do, I am going to make a video of all the ingredients that people need. So I'm going to say the ingredients you need. And then what I'm going to come down and I'm going to go here in this lesson is, here is a list of the ingredients you need to gather, right? Eggs, flour, chocolate chip cookies, I don't know, right? Like you can add more, right? Other essentials and oven. I'm going to go and I'm going to choose a picture. You don't have to put a picture on everyone. I'll just show you why in a little bit, why it matters. Cool. And then all I would do is I would make the video of me showing all the ingredients you need. Hey, you're going to need this ingredient, you're going to need this ingredient, and you're going to need this ingredient. And I would make that on my phone. I will email or upload that video to Google Drive. I'll get on my computer, download it, and all I'll do is go upload new file. And I just go and find that video. So here's a video about Facebook. It might be a huge video. I don't know. Let's see if it will go. And it's going to upload. Does this make sense so far? Like on a scale of 0 to 10, how difficult has this seemed so far? 0 being not difficult at all, 10 being like the hardest thing you've ever done. Up to this point, is this a 0, more 0 or more 10? Like where on a 0 to 10 scale would you describe what we've done so far being in terms of 0 being not hard at all, 10 being the hardest thing that you've ever done? Do you feel like what we've done so far, you could press the same buttons that we're pressing? Harold says 1. Okay, good. Awesome. And if it is harder than you think, that's okay. Or if it seems harder, that's okay too. Emily says 2. Okay, cool. John says 0. Awesome. Yeah, it makes sense. 1 to 2. Okay, cool. So this is uploading. I'm not going to, it's just going to take a while to upload. So this is the one time consuming thing. You just have to let the videos upload. But we'll do it for this one. And we'll be able to come back to it in a minute. We're getting there. But essentially, what we're going to do is repeat that exact same process for the different modules that we have and all the lessons within the modules. That's as complicated as the online course part of the actual tech part as we're going to get. You can do it. Cool. So it's going to take a little bit to upload in here, but eventually it'll populate. You'll see the video in here. It's sending to process the video. It'll process the video. And cool, we have our first lesson done. I'm going to click save. Cool. I'm going to get out of this and I would do the same. So maybe the next lesson would be, my how to organize your ingredients, right? So maybe you need to organize them in a specific way after you get them, right? Here is the step-by-step way to organize your ingredients. 1, put flour next to eggs, right? 2, put chocolate chips with in a bowl. I don't know, right? Like this is where your expertise would come in with with doing like whatever your thing is. Then I'm going to add a video or add a picture. And then I would upload the video that I made for this. So this would be the video of me showing people how do you organize your ingredients. I would literally make the video again on my phone and I would do that. Now you can add a download if you want. So if you want a list of your recipes and you want to add a PDF, you can do that here. Again, Alex and I are big teachers of doing it as simple as possible, as simple as possible. And then when you get feedback from your program, you can go in and add other things. We're just going to save this. Cool. So I'm going to come back to home base. Now let's go preview what this looks like, the changes we've made, right? So here's what it's going to look like on the user's end, your student's end. It's going to look like baking cookies made easy. This is how to make cookies from scratch that are yummy. Start course. They're going to see the whole list of things, right? So we've made changes, the ingredients you need, how to organize your ingredients, right? Here's the picture of this. Cool. And I'm going to show you how we can change the way this looks, but this is the key thing, right? All you got to do then is from here on out, every single thing is just you're changing the module titles. So this one would be, what did we say? Mixing the ingredients, right? How to effectively mix your cookie ingredients, right? So here, put the image. We'll go back. And then what I do here is concept 1. And so this would be what to mix first, right? First, always mix flour with eggs. And your video is you mixing the flour with eggs. You guys clearly can tell I haven't made a ton of cookies in my life as we're doing this. But this is the tech piece. Like this piece is like 80% of the tech. That's it. That's it. Like you just keep repeating this process, right? And then I would upload the video again, right? Upload video of me doing the tech piece. Like upload the video, save, boom. That's it. I would just go through the whole thing, right? We go to preview, see what it looks like. Let's start the course. Okay, so here's the video. The ingredients you need. So it has a little screensaver and all right, now that we have my videos in here and here it is. Here's a list of your ingredients to gather. Boom, 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 boom. Does that part make sense? Does that part make sense? How to eat your cookies is important to, so where do you say add thumbnails? You had access, thumbnails to access. So you go to Canva, canva.com is a free graphic designer tool. You can make all kinds of cover images for free on canva.com. You just have to create an account. That's Kari, so that's canva.com. Okay, up to this point, there's still some of you on here. Thank you for going through this trooper session. Does that part seem doable? Like, does it make sense? I don't want you to have to watch me just upload all these videos, like just to repeat the process. If at this point, what I need you to comment is more of step 1 or move on to step 2. So step 1 is what we just went through of me walking through how to upload the videos into each program or into each little spot. Do you need to see more of step 1? Are you ready to move on to step 2, how we actually sell it? I want to cater to you guys. So you let me know. Do you need more of step 1? Do we need to watch repeat going over that? Again, this is recorded, or move on to step 2. All right, step 2, move on. Cool. Okay, step 2, cool. All right. So we've got this, right? Great, so we have this thing. How do we actually, how do we actually sell this, right? So here's what we've got to do. We're going to go, and again, I'm going to change this to $15. I'm not sure why it changed, but I'm going to go to $15. And here's what I need to do. I need to create an offer. So right down here, it says create offer. I'm going to click this and say create offer. It says offer was successfully created. And you're like, oh, what does that mean? I don't know what to do. So what we got to do is go over here to this left side, and we're going to go to offers. When you click this, you're going to see baking cookies made easy offer. Cool. Well, I need to change this. So I'm going to click on this. And I am going to call this, what do I need to call this? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to call this baking cookies made easy offer. So I'm going to put a thumbnail with this, and I'm going to go choose the same one I've been using. Save. Cool. Move that picture. And then I'm going to give this a title like my simple to follow, my easy to follow course on how to make cookies. Cool. So the one other thing here is with this is you can add a bunch of stuff. You can go through this. Don't worry about what an upsell is. Don't worry about cart abandonment. It's really cool. If you want, what Kajabi can do is if someone sees your page, they don't buy, they can send them an email an hour later. You don't need to worry about it for now. Just focus on one thing at a time. Again, don't worry about any of this stuff. When you come down, and what we're going to do is I'm going to save this first. What I'm going to do is go to edit checkout. And this is what the user is going to see on their end. So I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to disable banner. I don't want that to show up. So if I save, this blue part will go away. Cool. So now I have the picture of the thing. And look, it's like, oh, wait, why is this here? So what we got to do is we got to click on this. And we're going to say like, learn how to make the world's best cookies in under 1 hour. What you'll get: step-by-step video instruction. My secret chocolate chip chunky cookie recipe. I don't know, 20, no, let's do my favorite list of recipe cookbooks. I don't know, right? And then you can add disclaimer, right? So I'm going to save. And let's preview it. So this is what the consumer would see. Okay, cool. They put in their email and their card, right? So last thing that we have to do that you're not going to have set up yet is you need to connect this to Stripe or PayPal, right? Do you have, so here's the next question. Does everyone know what PayPal or Stripe is? Does everyone know what PayPal or Stripe is? Do you have a PayPal account or Stripe account? They're both free to sign up for. They're both free to sign up for, and you have to have one of them connected to your Kajabi account in order to collect money. So I'll show you how to do that. If you don't, you need to go to PayPal.com. You need to go to PayPal and create a PayPal account, or you need to go to Stripe and create a Stripe account. Cool. So everyone is saying yes. Is there a difference? Not really. They both take 3% of fees. So anytime you make a sale, they collect 3% of fees. To use a business PayPal account doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you. I recommend if you have a business, you should collect through your business because it's a tax write-off. If you don't have either of those, Carissa, you want to set up a PayPal account or Stripe? Either way, as long as you have one, it doesn't matter. I like PayPal, honestly. I think Stripe is awesome. We use both. So it doesn't matter. As long as you have one, you just need to go get one. And then what you're going to do is we're going to get out of this. You're going to get back to your Kajabi homepage. If you ever get stuck, just click the giant Kajabi button. You're going to go down to settings. You're going to go to this little thing called payment integrations. Click payment integrations. So we have Stripe connected. We don't have PayPal. So it says integrate your PayPal account and allow customers to check out using PayPal. So what we're going to do is click learn more. And sure enough, there's a whole step-by-step tutorial on how to connect PayPal to your Kajabi account. PayPal is a service that enables you to pay, send money, and accept payments. PayPal uses data encryption, To integrate with PayPal, create a REST API app in PayPal. You will need to either upgrade your PayPal account to a business account or create a new business PayPal account. You must do this before moving forward with the instructions in this article. Kajabi accounts will only integrate with business PayPal accounts. So there you go, Carissa. Actually, you do have to have a business PayPal account. After you've created or upgraded to a PayPal business account, you will need to go to Developer PayPal and log in with your business account credentials. So I'm going to click this. It's going to say log into dashboard. I'm going to log into my business PayPal account. Cool. And it's going to say, let's go back. Cool. So I logged in. Once you are logged in, click the My Apps and Credentials tab under the dashboard header. So that's where I'm at, My Apps and Credentials under the dashboard header. Whoops. Okay. Navigate to the REST API app section. Click Live, then click Create App. So REST API section. Okay. Click Live. Okay. Click Create App. Cool. It says app name. Fill in the app name with the name of your site or business. Call this sample HF account. Create app. Oh, to your business, right? So cool. So I do that, and then it says you will be redirected to a screen that contains the API credentials needed to set up your PayPal integration. Copy the client ID, show the secret, and copy it to your clipboard. So copy, click show. There's my secret. So I would come down and it says paste the API codes into their respective fields into your Kajabi settings. So I got to go back to Kajabi. It says connect. It says PayPal account email here. So I'm going to type in my PayPal business account. I'm going to paste the client. So this was the client ID. And then I need to grab the secret, copy that. And then I need to paste the secret. Look, we're successfully connected with PayPal. Boom. Cool. So we are successfully connected with PayPal. So if we go to PayPal, or sorry, so now we can go back to our products. Nope, Stripe. Nope, Stripe can be connected to your social security number as well. Okay, on a scale of 0 to 10, how confident could you go back and rewatch that video and follow the exact same steps to connect a business PayPal account to your Kajabi? 10 being like, I'm super confident I could do that if I watch it again. 0 being like, oh gosh, I'm done. I'm not doing any of this. Guys, in a matter, like think about this, in a matter of a half an hour since we started going through this, you know the process to actually upload things to put into a course, and 2, you know how to collect money through this. So 0 to 10, 10 being like confident I could rewatch that and I could connect PayPal to Kajabi, or 0 like I got to run away. So John, was that bad? 6. Okay. Yep. I mean, really though, do you feel like you could just rewatch the video and go slow and do that? I know we went through it kind of fast. I realized like I've done it before, so it's a little bit easier for me. But they literally have these directions, right? You just follow step by step, just like we did. Follow the exact directions. and you would be able to do this, right? And the same goes for Stripe. So if we were to go to payment integrations and Stripe, right? It's the same thing. They have the exact step-by-step how to connect Stripe to Kajabi. And they literally walk you through exactly what to do. Cool. Tracy says, yep, 3, just a little search and click intensive. Cool. Again, this is going to be here forever. You can come back to this recording. I'm actually going to disconnect our PayPal because that's my personal one. I don't even know how to disconnect it, but I need to do that. All right, I'll have to figure out how to disconnect that later. Okay, cool. So now we can go back to products. We can go to our offer, right? So here's our offer for baking cookies made easy. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to, up here, I'm going to preview this. So it looks like what I need. You can see you can pay with card now or PayPal. I'm going to get link, copy it, and I'm going to open a new tab and look at this. Cool. And right now, if I sent you this link, you could literally go on here and pay for this course. Right now, you could actually, I could collect money doing this. Right? You could literally start collecting money right now. Now, there's a whole lot of other stuff we could go into details, but I wanted to show you in a half an hour, the tech part of this isn't that crazy. So I'll show you just a few other things that you can do, because you might be like, well, there might be some other things. I'll just show you the other things that you might want to do real quick, which are you might want to go to your settings down here, and you can go to site details, and you can title your thing, right? So this might be like amazing cookies. I'm not going to do this for Healthy Funnel. You can change this right here. So it might be like awesomecookies.mykajabi.com. If you want to connect an actual domain name, you can do that here. You might want to put in your email. This is stuff that makes you do when you sign in. So maybe I want to change the branding. I could change the branding of things if I wanted to. You can do all that in the settings piece. Cool. Then when people actually buy, you'll see that they populate into here. Cool. And what happens when someone buys is Kajabi will send that person an instant email with a name and email login, or email and password login. So what does this look like on the final end, right? So here's, let's go and look at something like Impact Academy, which is our course all about how to grow Facebook groups, right? So you can see we have all of this in here. We have different payment plans now that we can do this. We have launching our group, all this kind of stuff in here that we have. So if we preview this, what does it look like? Impact Academy. Look, we didn't even put pictures in here. We're totally imperfect action guys, right? Like we don't, some of these do have pictures, some of them don't. But here it is, and you can go through the course. Are out there that are solved, right? And you can just go to the next category, and that's it. Like that's literally it. And if I go back to Impact Academy, I can, let's see, go to the offer, and I can get you Impact Academy for, let's say, the early bird rate. All I need is the link, so I'll click on it, get the link. I would copy this, and then I would send it to people. And this is literally how people sign up, right? Just put in their name, first and last name, card, PayPal, and they're in. How do you keep content secret until you complete it? Do you do this if you are pre-selling? No, Sarah, so I don't do any of this until I'm done pre-selling. Like if people won't pay me for it, I'm not going to go make it. So I don't do any of that. This is why it's so important. This is why you don't see us talk about the tech piece, because the tech piece is literally the simplest part of all of this. it's the ability to sell what you're trying to give to people. That's the hardest part. And that means building an audience, building community, building trust with people that you can sell a product. Do you believe me? Okay, so here's the thing. We got like, I don't know, 15 people on here still. Do you believe me now that the tech part is the simplest part? Do you believe me or no? Yes or no? Do you believe me that the tech part is actually the easiest part of creating an online program? Like we went through that in 35 minutes, and other than uploading more videos, oh, Sarah, I see what you're saying. What we would do is create a, we would actually just send a PayPal link. How do you pre-sell then without having that link to send? I just send a PayPal link. So I just create a paypal.me link. Deb, how do you set up different payment options? Early bird, single pay, 3Pay? Absolutely. Cool. So Deb, this is where I'm going to challenge you at this point to go to YouTube and go look at, Kajabi has hundreds of free training videos, right? How would you collect money during pre-sale? I just create a paypal.me link. So like if you go to paypal.me, if you have a PayPal account, go to paypal.me, like request money. And if I go to, let's see, paypal.me. You've already got a link. It's paypal.me.willboyd. I would just send this. I would be like, here, all you need to do is send me $97. Yep. And then I'll be able to get it to you. So that's one way, right? So we teach all this in launch code. You're right, building the audience is definitely more involved, right? Absolutely. So Carissa, this is what we teach in launch code, like all the different ways that you can do that. So you have to create a separate business PayPal account, but it could still be connected to your social. Yep. As far as I know, absolutely. Yeah. PayPal business does not mean you actually have to have a EIN or a separate like business entity. Cool. Tina says, believe. Awesome, guys. Has this been helpful? I know we spent the first hour, like this is why we do this first hour. Here's the thing that's going to happen. You're going to have a ton of questions about the tech stuff. Here again is the coolest part. Every tech question that you have has been answered on YouTube probably by 700 different people already. John, so all your questions, John, great questions. Those are things that we would go deep into in something like launch code where you can ask those questions. Oh, I'm getting hit up by a chatbot, I think. All right. John, you're in launch code. Those are great questions. You should be asking those questions. Or sorry, no, you're not. John, so that's what we do in launch code. If they all pay in PayPal link, does that still go back to Kajabi list? Of course. Nope. So Carissa, you would then add them. You would grant them offers. So we're getting more and more complex into weeds of questions, right? And so all this stuff, right? Here's what I would do in terms of pre-sale. So if you're worried about it and you don't have a link in terms of pre-sale, what you need to do is get verbal commitments from people that they would be willing to pay you $97. And then what you do is here's what you can do. So here's what you can do. I'll just show you real quick. This will be the last thing I'll show you. If you're really worried about it, here's what you can do and how you can hide your content information. So if we go to this baking cookies made easy, what you can do is there's this green button and you can literally go lock. Or actually, here's what we'll do. Unpublished. Just gonna go to draft. Draft. Or here's what I would do. I would keep this one published. I would add a new, whoops. I would add a new lesson and I'd make this coming soon. Right, so I might have a video. Hey, welcome. The videos will be released in the next week or two. Like, Welcome to the program. Content will be released on day, month. So what I would do is just make these drafts. No one will be able to see them. Cool. And I can go to preview. And sure enough, this is the only thing. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Coming soon. And then when I'm ready, if I want to, I can just go back and I can go publish, 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 and they'll all show up. So that's how you can do this. Cool. Cool. All right. I hope you realize there was a reason that we spent an hour in the first part getting your mindset right and why you should even do this. Because if you don't know how to do what I just showed you, you could spend hours going and tinkering and trying to do all this stuff. But if no one is telling you they want to buy this, if no one is telling you they want to buy this, there is no point to making this. And here's the last thing I'm going to tell you. As entrepreneurs, for those of you who have businesses, you have to become innovative and resourceful. It's the number one problem I see, period. The number one problem I see, period, is people are not resourceful enough and they want immediate answers and they want all these crazy, like, I need to know exactly what to do. Do you realize that your job as a business owner is to solve problems? Your job as someone out there in this world creating things is to solve problems. I cannot tell you the number one problem I see across the board is people are not resourceful enough. Everything that I showed you, just out of curiosity, how many videos do you think are on YouTube? How many videos do you think are on YouTube right now that walk you through exactly what I walked you through? Honestly, I would love to know. There are 13 of you on here at least. Seriously, before you go, please answer me this one question. How many videos are on YouTube right now that walk you through exactly what I just walked you through and probably even in more in depth than what I just did? $1,500, I am sure tons. I have no idea, but tons. Creating an online course in Kajabi. Let's go through it. Kajabi tutorial, how to create an online course. Creating an online course in Kajabi, how to sell online courses with Kajabi, how to set up an online course in Kajabi, filming an online course, Kajabi demo, how to use Kajabi, filming an online course, Kajabi, 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 Kajabi. Think, like, guys, I don't know how to explain this to you, but everything that you want is out there already. Look at what I just did. What I just did is I showed you. I think this is just beautiful. Like you guys just said, but you trust me. This is why people will pay you for online programs. It's not because of information. There's literally, I just walked through at least 15 different videos that walk you through probably more in depth of what I just taught you. But you all sat here for an hour and 45 minutes to go through it with me. And the biggest problem you're going to find with your students and your clients is that they are not going to be resourceful. And you need to help them become resourceful. Here's the, oh, okay, so this is my last thing, right? Stop recording. Here's my last thing. This is the greatest thing. Kari says, we trust you, but also you are accessible. I love that. You are accessible. So what I just taught you, am I stopping trading time for money? Am I doing things passively? This is huge to me. I want to break this myth about, I love certain people who talk about stop trading time for money, but the reality is I'm not stopping trading time for money. I'm right here. I'm teaching you for free. I'm spending an hour and 45 minutes of my Tuesday evening to teach you for free. If your intention is to build an online program because you just want to have something to sell that you're not going to be active in, that it's going to be passive, and I'm going to make this passive income and I'm going to stop trading time for money, please do not fall into that trap. You're here because I'm accessible, which means that I am active and I'm not being passive and I'm not trying to just get passive income. And I want, like, that's the biggest thing I want to teach people. Like, I want to help people make online businesses, but I don't want people to do it for the sense of, I just want to stop trading time for money, or I want to have passive income. If that's the reason, you're in the wrong game. Like, do you think that if I knew that that was possible, that I just wouldn't be doing that and I wouldn't be here right now? Like, this is hard work and hard effort. And I think that's the thing that frustrates me the most is I get so many people reaching out to me. Hey, can you just help me put this thing together? Like what I've done is just, it just required so much time and learning and effort. And there is the tech piece is the smallest piece to all of it. It's the foundations of business that matter. How do you go find your ideal people? How do you learn about them, connect with them, build relationships with them, figure out what it is they need? What are they telling you they want? And then go create the product or service for them. Why do you think we struggle so much in physical therapy? Because we don't go and ask them what it is that people want. Do you think people want physical therapy? Do you think people want occupational therapy? Has anyone ever woken up in the morning healthy and said, you know what I want? Physical therapy? No. Because if they did, that would inherently mean that they would want to be hurt, injured, or in pain. So what is it that people want? I want to look better. I want to feel better. I want to do this. Great. That's what they want. Physical therapy is a tool to help provide that. But we got to quit selling quote unquote physical therapy. Go sell them what it is that they want. Provide on the back end what they need. All right. Very last thing. What I'm going to do is if you're interested, you want to use Kajabi, I got to figure out how to deactivate our PayPal account. Otherwise, it's going to go to me. If you're interested in using Kajabi, all I ask is for our time that we did here, that if you want to try it out and do your trial, that you use uh, our affiliate account, which you don't have to, just all I'd ask. So I'll give that to you. If you want to, you can. If not, no stress. Cool. I'll leave that there. I got to run, guys. If you enjoyed this, if you want more of this, you should really hop into Impact Academy. It's where we tell everyone to start. It's how do you grow your online community? Because that's where people miss out the most. They all want to have online programs, they want to have online courses, but they don't know how to build audiences or a group of people and how to connect with people online. That's what Impact Academy is about. Uh, you should join Impact Academy if you're not in it. And the last thing is, please, please, please be resourceful. Please be resourceful. Please. All right, guys. Love you. Hope this is helpful. If this was helpful, uh, if this was helpful, will you post in the group what you would like to learn next? That would be the most thing. Hey, Will, I really enjoyed the training on Kajabi. The next thing I would like to learn is blank. That would be the best thing that you could do for me right now. That way I can learn from you. So that way I can figure out what next to provide for you. But you got baby launch code 101 here today. And yeah, I'm going to go run. Although I felt like that was like stress relief. I get really fired up. It's really interesting, guys. I used to be like quiet, not want to stir the pot. And it's been fun coaching people through this. You know what's cool, guys? I just want to remind you that 3 years ago, I didn't do any of this. I didn't know any of this. Car says, well, Jones for chocolate chip cookies. Me too. I just wanted to remind you that 3 years ago, I didn't know how to do any of this. I didn't know how to make a website. I didn't know how to run Facebook ads. I didn't know how to make online courses. I didn't know how to sell anything. I didn't know how to market things. I didn't know any of this. And I was working full-time as a home health physical therapist when I did this. I was working close to full-time as a home health physical therapist doing this. And I say that as inspiration for you that anyone can do this. Yes, I have advantages. I'm single. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I have the extra time and flexibility, but anyone can do this with time and effort. 3 years is not that long. When you're in it, it feels like forever, but it's not that long. And the secret to all of it is go build your network of people, of your ideal people that you want to serve. And if they want something that you don't know how to make, the cool thing is you have access to people. And when you have created a group of people, you can go find other people who have products or services that you can actually create, get a referral from. And you will always have the ability to make income if you have a group of people that trust you, know you, like you, and want to learn from you. You will always have the ability to make income. More than having a product, more than having a service, if you have access to a group of people that know, like, and trust you, you will have the ability to make income for the rest of your life. What I want you to commit to is that with this training that you will actually commit. So the last thing for the however many people are on here, I just need you to comment, I will. If you will commit to actually taking what you learned today and put into action, please put in the comments, I will. And then I'll let you guys go. If you are ready to commit to action and actually implement this and not just let it sit here, don't be one of the 5%. Don't be one of the 95%ers that watch and don't do anything. This is why we teach it, because you're probably gonna need to see this 25 more times before you're finally like, okay, I need to do it. Thank you, Kari. Thank you. You guys are phenomenal too. Thank you for sitting through all this. But now you know, if you need to do this, right, there are different options. There are different options out there like Thinkific, Teachable, ClickFunnels. They're all great. They all do the same thing. They're just places where you can upload videos and collect payment. That's it. Like, don't get caught in the details. Don't worry about which one's cheaper, which one's more expensive. If you don't know ahead of time that people would buy it, it doesn't matter signing up for any of them. And that's my biggest lesson to you. If you don't have people who are willing to buy it ahead of time, there is no point in even signing up for any of them. Cool. Dwayne says I will. Kari says I will. Deb says yes. Okay. I'm going to go for a run, guys. I love you guys. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in Impact Academy if you're not in there yet. And yeah, I can't wait to see all your online programs that come out of it. Cool. All right, guys. And Michael, if you need an online community, you need to be in Impact Academy. Just reach out to Dwayne. Dwayne, how are you not in Impact Academy? Dwayne, oh my gosh, Dwayne, you need to get an Impact Academy. You could probably make 10 times whatever you're doing right now by just being an Impact Academy. Michael, you need to get an Impact Academy if you're not in it. I'm getting lost now on who all's in it, but you need to get in it. Reach out to Carissa or Christine Piaton. They will tell you to get into Impact Academy. They'll help you out. All right. Love you guys. Take care. Have a great night. Go crush your programs.